Hi Ignite, I hope you've had a great weekend. So for the sake of this week's video journal, I am going to encourage you to continue to make your vision board a high priority, as well as your list that Steve Harvey in last week's video encouraged you to write. Those 300 things you want out of in your life, from experiences, people you want to see, things you want to have, places you want to go, impact you want to make. Write it down. And because we know that 42% of the things we write down happen, I encourage you to put both of those action items, those to-dos, on your to-do list. I was just looking at my to-do list and I was amazed because this is more like 75% of what I wrote down I actually achieved this week. So I'm going to write down my 300 list, and I'm like on number 25. So I've got a long way to go. I think that's twofold. One, I haven't made the time for it. I haven't created the space to think about that. But the other thing is I just have limited vision, and I have to continue to ask for an expanded vision. And as far as this, my encouragement for you this weekend, something that I would like for you to consider is power of our thoughts and our words. And I know we all know that our thoughts and our words have power, but I really don't think that we know how much they actually do impact our lives. And I've been experimenting with it the past 2 weeks with using a word that I'm going to share with you in a second. But first, I'm going to start with a quick story. So when I, right out of college, I started a recreational gymnastics business with one of my best friends. And I loved working with the little bitties because they believed anything that you told them. They believed they were awesome in everything they did, because after everything they did, we gave them a big high five and said, "Way to go, you're awesome." And they would try everything. They were fearless. They were not jaded. They had an amazing spirit. And we noticed as they got a little older and older, they believed less about how awesome they were. And I think that is us too. So whether it was we compared ourselves to someone else's abilities and they were better, and so then we thought, well, we're just no good at that. Or someone told us we weren't any good at that, or we were good in this one area, which automatically we thought we weren't good in this other area. And so that then impacted the trajectory of our life, the decisions that we make, the things that we pursued. And so, quick example of the power that words have. We had an intern work for us, and she was in her mid-20s, and she told me, this was several years ago, and she told me that when she was in the 5th grade, and she was wearing shorts this day, one of the boys in her class told her her legs were fat. She, at this time, in her mid-20s, had never worn shorts since. So that's a pretty vivid example, an easy to see example, but I wonder how many of us are unaware or have let someone's words about us have that impact on us that we just believed was true, and we haven't even questioned it since, because we haven't even thought that that was an area that we could go in or something that we were good at, because somebody told us a long time ago that it wasn't. Or maybe it was an experience you had. I know for me, I'm not a good I'm not a good test taker. I have test anxiety. So in high school, I got low grades on my standardized tests, which meant I didn't get into schools. I had to transfer into UT, and I've never felt smart since then. I struggle with feeling smart because I'm a bad standardized test taker, which I shouldn't even say that. See how that word, I'm not a bad standardized test taker. I just had a couple of bad experiences. So my encouragement for you this week is to catch those words. One word, the word I've been experimenting with is the word exceptional. So for the past 2 weeks, I have been using the word exceptional in my morning prayers and just throughout the day. So I started off with, "Thank you, Lord, for my exceptional life. Thank you for creating me exceptionally. Thank you for my exceptional marriage. Thank you for my exceptional home. Thank you for my exceptional job. Thank you for my exceptional community. Thank you for the exceptional relationship that my children have. Thank you for my exceptional family." I mean, you name it, I'm throwing it in, and it's exceptional. And I specifically the other day said, "Thank you, Lord, for making Melaine and Durant's, my children's, relationship exceptional because they had been bickering, and all I want for them is to have a really close relationship. And I know they're going to bicker, that's fine. But I decided I'm going to put the word exceptional on the relationship and thank God for allowing them to have an exceptional relationship. And that night, the way they played with one another and looked at one another was unlike something that I had seen from them in weeks. And I can't help but think that it's because of the words that I used and what I asked for. Another thing, my husband, 50 years old, aspires to be a Division I head basketball coach. He is a Division I assistant coach right now, and he's had opportunities in the past that he has turned down. And we've learned from all that. And so now he's like, okay, I want to do this again. But the other day he said, I don't think I'll get a head coaching opportunity because I'm just too old. And I said, well, why would you say that? Like, for sure, if you're saying that, that means you're thinking that pretty often, and that is absolutely having impact over your opportunities or opportunities that are coming your way. So now we've changed the word around or our vocabulary around it by saying, thank you for this exceptional job. Thank you for giving Russell an exceptional opportunity to be a Division I head basketball coach. So we're just completely changing our vocabulary around it. And that's what I want to encourage you to do for this week, is to be aware of those words that pop into your head that you say, even things like, oh, my kid's so bad, or I'm a hot mess express, which is okay to be vulnerable and to say those things. We all have to vent. But I also, or words like, oh, I'm an idiot, or any like self-deprecating. Again, it's great to be self-deprecating at times, I think, because it kind of, we just can be human. However, I just want you to be aware of how often you say those things and think those things about yourself or other people you're in relationship with, your children, because they all have power and they're impacting your relationships, they're impacting your life, they're impacting everything around your life. So that's my encouragement for you this week, is to be very aware of the words you're using about things that are important to you, people that you love, things that you want to do, places that you want to go, the impact you want to have. Start asking for it, and just be careful. When you find yourself saying those negative things, I want you to grab them and I want you to reverse it, flip it. Like, oh, why do you guys have to fight so much? Why do you have such a bad relationship? You're saying that to your kids. Stop fighting. Thank you for your exceptional, you guys have such an exceptional relationship. I know that's an extreme example, but you get my point. And I want to leave you with these thoughts. Not only do you become what you think about, but you also become what you feed into your mind on a regular basis. So the books we read, the things we see, the television we watch, the Instagram people we follow. So this freaks me out. What if the difference between you achieving more of what you want and your life resembling more of what you want it to look like was the difference in changing what you watch, what you read and listen to, and the people you spend most of your time with? Every word is a creation. That freaks me out too. Are your words supporting your purpose? So I think this is twofold. Number one, you have to know what your purpose is. And number two is, do your words support your purpose? Speak clearly about what you invite into your life. Positive thoughts become positive words, and speak words of abundance. So ultimately, every single thing we say has impact. So watch your words. What you want, ask for it. Flip it, make it positive, make it pure, and then just make it exceptional and watch how it unfolds. Super exciting. Thank you for listening. Have an amazing week. I look forward to hearing your stories about the power, like how things are going to change in your life because of your words, and get on that vision board and that 300 list. Have a great week.